It's officially time again. Today we'll be reviewing the Candle Science Baking Memories Bright. Candle Science has done so many fragrance launches this year that I just can't keep track, but of course I'm going to keep getting them. So I did watch the live on all the fragrance notes for this, but I haven't seen anybody else's reactions. I saw a few that they had posted through their Instagram, but they were very vague, and I haven't smelled these yet, so I'm super excited to get into it. First, we're going to start off with Banana Pudding Parfait. I'm super interested to smell this one. I really hope it's good. And I know this whole launch is supposed to be gourmand, so I'm kind of keeping that in mind while smelling these. Honestly, they could just call it banana. I'm really not getting any other notes of like the pudding. It just kind of reminds me of like a ripe banana, but like before it gets gross. I like it. Next up, we have Sweet Potato Souffle. I haven't even opened it yet, and I'm kind of getting like a little whiff of it, and I feel like I'm gonna like this. It almost reminds me of like, for those of you that know, you'll know, kind of like a vape juice from like back in the day. Mixed with like bread, and I guess that'd kind of be like that souffle. This one's very interesting. Not sure it'd be for everyone, but it's interesting. Next up is Enoki Cypress. Now this one, I remember it being not gourmand, but kind of more of like a Christmas scent. Ooh. It has definitely like a pine, but a sweet pine, almost a little bit of peppermint and soap. I think the men would really like this one. It's different. Yeah, I like that. It reminds me of like a tree, earthy, a little bit of peppermint. It kind of like cleans you out a little bit. So maybe some eucalyptus. I like this. Next up, we have pear mascarpone. This one I'm kind of a little worried about because I don't really like the cheesy scents. And when I hear mascarpone, that's kind of what I think, but let's see. I actually like that. That is not at all what I was thinking. I don't even know if I can describe that. It's good though. It's kind of like a sweet, sugary pear. I don't know if I'm necessarily getting like the mascarpone, maybe kind of a slightly buttery. I think that one would be a big hit. Somebody woke up from his nap and said, I want to join. Yay! He's a little bit cheek. I'm actually really excited about this one. I kind of hope it's like a lavender vanilla. That is so different and so wonderful. Oh, I can't even describe it. It's like a sweet lavender. I almost feel like it has a little bit of the pink sugar crystals to it if you smell that one from Candle Science. I'm so bad at describing right now, but this is so good. Do you want to smell? He loves to smell the candles, so why not? Do you want to smell? Do you like it? He says he likes it. I'm absolutely gonna try this out and hopefully put it in a collection because I love this one. Next up is Rice Milk and Oats. This one is very different sounding. I feel like it's gonna kind of be like an oatmeal, milk, and honey type of situation, kind of light, so let's see. Yeah, you definitely kind of get that oatmeal, kind of like a little bit of like creamy oats, maybe a little bit of honey. Again, different, I love it. I am really loving this collection so far. Next up is Forge Red Currant. Now I think this is the one that had some different notes in it that I wasn't too sure would mix well together, so this is gonna be interesting. Did you just burp? I think you burped. Okay, so definitely like a mistletoe with a little bit of berry. I remember there being blueberry in this, and I think I'm kind of slightly picking up on it. So this one, not by any means is it bad, not my favorite. Like I wouldn't put it in my line, but I could see this being a good hit. Maybe I'll test it out for Christmas as like a limited edition. And last but certainly not least is Salted Honey Butter. I think this one was pretty true to the name. It's almost giving me like popcorn vibes just from the name of it. So let's see if it's true to that. This one smells really similar to the Sweet Potato Souffle, so I'm gonna have to compare them. Because again, it kind of reminds me of that like vape juice. If you did vape in the back of the day, like when it was really popular, this is what it smelled like. Like a salted butter and caramel. I like it. That's a really good gourmand scent. Let me compare it to the sweet potato. So on the left, we have Sweet Potato Souffle. Okay, so it definitely has more of like a sweet potato. And then the Salted Honey Butter is definitely lighter. It definitely has vanilla. That's kind of what I'm getting initially. Vanilla, a little bit of caramel. While the Sweet Potato Souffle has more of a sweet potato kind of bread. So next to each other, I can definitely smell the difference in between the two. I think I like the Salted Honey better. Here are all 8 scents that we just tried. And I'll go into Candle Science's website to see if I was accurate on any of these descriptions. We're back, and clearly it's a new day because I'm wearing something new because I forgot to finish recording this yesterday, so we're going to pick up where we left off. I have notes as to how they described each of these fragrances, so now I'm going to smell them again and see if I can smell those notes. Candle Science describes pear marzipan as a decadent fruity gourmand that playfully blends juicy pear, sugared violet, and creamy praline. The notes in this are pear, apple, violet, honeysuckle, cream, caramel, and praline. I could definitely smell that pear and apple right off the top. That is the top note. Definitely a little bit of that violet. I'm pretty sure what's in the pink sugar crystal from them. And definitely a little bit of that creamy kind of scent. But other than that, I'm not really smelling any floral or the praline, which I know is a really strong scent. This fragrance is good for candles, bar soap, liquid soap, lotions, room sprays, perfumes, and diffusers. Hinoki cypress is an elegant ode to the native Japanese tree with notes of airy ozone, white tea, resinous cypress, and warm cedar. The notes in this are eucalyptus, ozone, white tea, cypress, pine, cedar, amber, and juniper. And it's safe to use in everything besides diffusers. Definitely cypress forward, which is supposed to be a middle note, but that's kind of what I'm getting right off the bat. And the eucalyptus, as you smell it, you can kind of feel it clean out your sinuses. I'm pretty sure I said that in the beginning. And definitely the cedar is what I'm picking up. Sweet potato souffle is a fall dessert favorite that balances sweet and savory notes of sugary maple, spices, and creamy sweet potato. The notes are maple, nutmeg, cinnamon, sugar, pumpkin, vanilla, sweet potato, cream, and pie crust. This fragrance oil is safe to use in everything besides perfumes and diffusers. You definitely get that cream and the nutmeg, definitely sweet potato, vanilla. Pretty true to its notes. Banana pudding parfait is a creamy treat with layers of ripe banana, vanilla, custard, fluffy marshmallow, and buttery pie crust. The notes are cream, banana, marshmallow, vanilla, pie crust, and sugar. And this is safe to use in all forms. I can definitely smell the pudding now, but it's very banana forward. Salted honey butter is described as a crave-worthy gourmand that blends sea salt, golden honey, spiced caramel, and warm vanilla pecan. The notes in this are sea salt, honey, caramel, butter, pecan, spice, and vanilla, and is safe to use in all forms besides diffusers. So even though vanilla is like the base note, I'm definitely picking that up along with like the honey caramel and a little bit of the salt, and definitely pecan. Forage Red Currant is a sophisticated modern fragrance with notes of green leaves, tart red currant, cedarwood, and amber. The notes in this are red currant, green leaves, peppercorn, blackberry, blueberry, grass, moss, cedar, and amber. And it's good to use in everything besides diffusers. Now I know I'm not the only one that hears all of those and is like, that's a little bit of a weird mix. So that's why I was a little thrown off, but I remember kind of liking this. Yeah, it's different, which is what makes it nice. And like the grass is very mild, so don't let that scare you or throw you off. But definitely like the green leaves and the red currant is very forward. I almost want to say cypress is in that. I know it's not in the notes, but it kind of reminds me of that a little bit. I'm not really picking up on much spice like a peppercorn, but I guess it has somewhat, but not like overpowering. I really like it. So that just goes to show you, don't be scared by the notes that you see and really judge for yourself. Whipped lavender cream is a soothing, dreamy scent with marine notes, aromatic florals, creamy vanilla, and musk. The notes in this are marine, green leaves, lavender, gardenia, vanilla, musk, and amber, and is safe to use in everything but diffusers. Someone's joined us again because he wants to be part of the video and the fun. So hearing gardenia, I don't know if I remember smelling that. Definitely the vanilla, amber, lavender, of course, and I think I'm pulling on the musk. I'm not really smelling the other notes, but oh, this one is so good. And last but certainly not least, rice milk and oats is a cozy, comforting blend of cream, rice, soft oats, nutmeg, coconut, and soothing sandalwood. The notes are milk, rice, nutmeg, cream, oat, smoke, coconut, sandalwood, and vanilla, and is safe to use in everything but a diffuser. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I'm not a huge smoke person, and I do not remember smelling that at all. Again, you read the notes, but judge for yourself. Actually, maybe a little bit. Not like overpowering. It reminds me of their campfire marshmallow. It's a nice smoke. You want to smell? Definitely the milk, rice. You can smell like the spicy sweet nutmeg. Cream, the oats. Vanilla. Honestly, I can smell everything that's described in there, along with, yeah, the coconut and sandalwood. That's his smelling base. Oh. I really like that one. Honestly, so good. All right, that is a wrap on the Candle Science Baking Memories Bright collection. I'm super excited to try some of these, and whatever ones that I don't put into my everyday collection, I do put in something what I call a never returning tin, just a small 2-ounce candle, so that way I'm still able to use the fragrance oils, and if a lot of customers like them, then I will considering adding them into my collection. So my overall thoughts, this is a great collection. I think it's very universal where a lot of people will like it. A lot of different scents, but different in a good way. I love to know which ones are your favorite out of the collection, if you were able to get them and smell them, and which ones weren't, and what you think about each fragrance. Good job, Candle Science. Say bye. Bye. Bye.